Welcome back, and today we're talking about Higurashi When They Cry episode 13. So like always, let's just jump into it. Episode 13 of Higurashi, we are still fighting the child services. They're still trying to rescue Satoko from her uncle. And while I do think this whole little, scenario has been dragging out, I mean, it's been 3 episodes now. I'm glad that we got an end to it in this episode. And even then, I still felt like it was being dragged on way too long. I mean, even the first 15 minutes were all about rescuing Satoko and dealing with the child services. And honestly, I just feel like it was dragging on way too much. Like, we saw all the crowd gather, and that's great that they all have the support, right? We see the Mion and Shion's grandmother. I mean, she's pulling all the stops. She's calling the mayor. She went to City Hall. She talked to the people over there. They're calling child services, telling them to give in to the demands. So, she's actually getting everybody working together to rescue Satoko, and it's great. Heck, we even see Oichi, like, he has his own interior motives. Maybe we don't know exactly where his alliance lies, but we know that he's doing his own thing, because in this episode, after what happened at the end, yeah, he knows more than what we think. I'm sure he's another big player in everything that's going on here, because he initially tried to stop Keiichi from gathering, right? He said that was unlawful, that they couldn't do that, they have to disperse. But I think he was just trying to get Keiichi to hurry up. I think he was just trying to get Keiichi to move along and try to get into child services and, do what he needed to do in order to go to Satoko's house and arrest the uncle. Now, of course, that was great once they figured everything out, because they even had a lawyer there. I mean, it was crazy. Child services sent somebody to Satoko's house. Oichi went along with them. So at this point, I thought Oichi was kind of like a cool character. It's like, okay, maybe he's not as bad as it seems, right? Like, remember, he's still a police officer, so he has a job to do, right? Like, if gathering and protesting is unlawful, then, he still has a job to do, but he still let it slide a little bit, right? We see that he even lied to the police chief, so that's a big deal. So, maybe I wasn't thinking that he was like a bad guy, that he was just trying to kind of play both sides, right? He was trying to be like the police officer and try to be within the law, but he was also trying to tell Keiichi, you need to hurry up and get this done before I truly have to come in and put a stop to everything. But after everything that happened, right? After we rescue Satoko, we had that great phone call. We see Satoko smiling. They go to the festival and they enjoy it. Everything seemed pretty cool, and I was like, okay, so this is probably going to be another episode where it's just going to be nice, everybody's going to be happy, and then next episode is going to go down, right? Because usually after the Watanagashi festival, some big events happen, right? We have to deal with the curse, where some people die and some people disappear. And I thought it was going to be next episode, but I got surprised by this one, because essentially Satoko was thanking Keiichi and inviting him to her house. I don't know exactly what's going to happen there, but that's where we see the uncle was still out, right? So I'm guessing Oichi let him go, or maybe he wasn't arrested. Maybe everything that Satoko said was a lie in order to lure Keiichi into the house. But essentially the uncle, I thought he was going to kill Keiichi, and that was going to be the time reset, but that was not the case. We see that Keiichi was able to fight back, and yes, I mean, I don't know where Keiichi is getting this strength from, but we see that every time resets and we see Keiichi, right, he gets a little bit more violent. I mean, he was, threatening people's lives in this third reincarnation or the third reset of the timeline. Like, he was threatening to kill the old lady. He was threatening Oichi in this episode. I mean, he was doing a lot. So I feel like the more episodes, the more times the timeline gets reset, like the more violent he gets. We'll see. But I mean, it was a brutal scene. Blood everywhere, and I loved it. Now, the big thing, of course, happened at the end of the episode, where we see Keiichi wakes up. He doesn't understand what's going on, and we see that even Rina and Rika, they're saying that what Keiichi did here and now was a big deal, right? It was like a big deal, because this has never happened before. So I'm guessing Satoko is a very important piece of this whole timeline reset thing, because even when Keiichi was talking to Rina at the end of the episode, we see Rina kind of break down, saying that this was supposed to be the finish line. So again, I believe that she does know about the whole time reset, about resetting the whole timeline. I believe she's one of the 4 head of the families and stuff like that. But yeah, essentially she was saying that they were in the finish line, that they were done with all of this. But as it turns out, Oichi went to the festival and he essentially killed Mian, Chion, Satoko. He killed everybody, right? Like the main characters of this anime. He killed everybody and we don't know why, right? So hopefully we start getting answers to all this stuff because it's a really huge mystery. I can't wait till everything is unraveled and we finally understand how, one, the whole timeline reset works. How are they doing it? Why are they doing it? What's the end goal here, right? Is the end goal to rescue Satoko? Is she like the most important piece of this whole puzzle? Like, does she need to survive in order to get out of this time loop? Like, what's going on? So I'm definitely interested. I believe this anime is going to go on for like 24 episodes. So we're about a little bit past the halfway point. And I'm pretty sure we're going to start getting answers fairly soon. I expect maybe one more time reset and then we'll start getting answers. But we'll see. Really exciting episode, but I do have to say it was dragging on for a little bit. I'm glad that we're done with the whole Satoko rescue arc. Like, it was important, and you know, I like Satoko as a character, but 3 episodes just trying to rescue Satoko with child services, to me, it was a little too long. But let me know in the comments, what did you think of this episode? Did you like it? What would you change? Are you excited to find out what's happening in the anime? Because I know I'm lost. But yeah, let me know in the comments. And like always, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode.